Earle Brown Heritage Center is an historic restoration site celebrating 20 years of conferences and events in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. Just minutes from downtown Minneapolis, the Earle Brown Heritage Center provides attentive, personal service amid the beautiful grounds of this restored historic property.
The core strengths of the Earle Brown Heritage Center are twofold. Of course, one would be the buildings and its uniqueness and its easy access. People keep coming back again and again because of the staff who work here.
From a meeting planner's perspective, I think the staffing and everything that they bring to it are real pluses.
They are very thorough in working with you when planning an event. When you are returning, they have all of your records from previous years, and for anyone who's coming on board, planning an event that has been held here before, it's been very easy.
I go around the state. They ask me where I practice, and I say in Brooklyn Center, and they say, "Where's that?" And I said, "Have you ever heard of the Earle Brown Farm?" And they say, "Oh yeah, we know that." So you go to Rochester or Duluth, and people have heard about Earle Brown Farm.
In the early 1900s, Earle Brown, a noted farmer and civic leader, purchased the 800-acre property from his grandfather. The price was $1, with the admonition, "Don't ever sell the farm, boy." Years later, he bequeathed the farm to the University of Minnesota, and in 1985, the city of Brooklyn Center purchased the 7 acres containing the original homestead.
So then it was up to a committee to look at how in the world are we going to make this self-supporting? What should it be to be able to do that?
And we had tons of meetings on what to do and how to develop the farm. It had to have some economic basis. It had to have some economic viability.
With the decision to establish a resource available to everyone, the Earle Brown Heritage Center drew community leaders and regional experts together, balancing careful restoration with the functionality of a modern conference center. The hippodrome and stable were converted to state-of-the-art meeting rooms, as were the blacksmith shop and barns.
We also moved some of the buildings. Some of the buildings aren't exactly where they were.
For me, I still get a thrill going into some of the areas that are the original buildings, and you can actually put your hands on the big timbers that supported the major structures.
It was years in the making, but 1990 saw the Earle Brown Heritage Center's first conference, soon followed by many more. 2 years later, full in-house catering was added, and continued growth saw facilities expand to 36,000 square feet by the center's 20th anniversary.
Over the years, over the 20 years, we have seen corporations grow. We have seen corporate business grow. We've seen the wedding industry grow. We've watched the new hotels come up around, and the Embassy Suites next door is our newest example of that.
People, I think, often come back to Earle Brown. They like coming to the Twin Cities. They don't like to deal with the traffic downtown, parking, things like that. This provides a good setting in the Twin Cities, but yet it's convenient for so many people.
There's been wonderful preservation of the farm environment in the best possible sense. In the spring, everything is green and growing. There are lilacs blooming. If the fountain hasn't been turned on, it often is turned on while we're here.
People come from all walks of life to look at the facility and decide if it's something that will work for their particular event. But the majority of the time, when they come, it's because we fit a niche that they don't find anywhere else.
A dream, a plan, and flawless execution. That's the Earle Brown story. Today, the Earle Brown Heritage Center hosts more than 500 events each year, attended by over 150,000 guests from all corners of the country. And it certainly had its share of notable personalities. Through it all, the Earle Brown team offers unparalleled hospitality and expertise, all in a place where events become memories.